So this is YouTube. Hello, guys. This is Lorna, your voice coach, doing a live. I think it's been a while since I did last. Oops, sorry about that. Since the last time that I did a live on YouTube, but I decided to share this with you guys. Um, First, I need to turn on Facebook. So in case you're watching this and you're still not following me on Facebook, you can go to Lorna Vocals. That's the name of my fan page. And you can also become my friend. You can go to Lorna Earnshaw and then you can find me over there. Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
just gonna
love
turn it
Facebook.
on. Yeah,
I love
so
Facebook
this
and
way,
YouTube and
let's
Instagrams.
see if this is gonna work.
Facebook.
So here we're on Facebook. Here we're on YouTube. Hello, guys. I am Lorna Earnshaw, voice coach. I've already helped more than 60,000 people to sing and speak better all over the country. And today I want to share with you my vocal exercises for speakers. Here by my side is a person that most of you already know. This is a very, very important person for me. This is my boyfriend, Anton. But today, Anton is going to be showing you guys how to perform the vocal exercises for speakers. And besides my being my boyfriend, I am helping Anton with his vocals, and that's actually one of the reasons why we met, right?
Yeah, I struggle with that a lot, and it's sometimes through working with Lorna, I've realized that I'm not using my breathing support. I'm not breathing correctly as I speak sometimes. So she's been able to help me out with that and point out a lot of different things that I wasn't even aware of. So I know that this video is going to help you guys out a lot because I've learned so much from her, and I'm continuing to learn. I'm definitely nowhere near perfect or where she's at. So I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, so today what we're gonna do, I've been helping Anton on a daily basis to do the exercises because he forces me to do it for free, and I cannot say no. So what we are doing every day is we're doing a vocal routine of vocal exercises for speaking. These are all the routines that I teach my clients, my private clients. These are the routines that are inside my private sessions, inside my programs. These are the exercises for relaxation, articulators, breathing, resonators, and all of this is what we're going to be doing today. Because since I had to do it anyways, because we've been doing this like 4 times a week, I said, okay, Anton, why don't we do a live so that we can share with you guys the exercises. And this is like a gift for you guys because I don't share this anywhere else unless you guys sign up for my programs, buy into my online courses, or take lessons with me. This is very exclusive stuff that I will be sharing with you guys. And my idea is that guys can do this while we are doing it as well, right? So first off, I just wanted to ask Anton to I wanted you to share with them how you feel about your voice because many of the people that are watching us might be feeling this way and they don't really get why this is happening. So, could you please tell what you experience, what are your sensations in your body, and how this is affecting you?
Yeah. So, when I listen to my voice on a recording, I don't really like it. I don't like listening to it, and I've noticed that that's like some deeper inner belief stuff that I have that I've been working on, and now I'm a lot more comfortable with listening to my voice and hearing myself talk because I know that I don't always like listening to myself. So I've been able to work on that with her, and then also another thing is I feel like I get very raspy. Like it sometimes hurts right down here below in my voice. Um, at least that's what I think it is, and it hurts when I talk because now with my businesses and everything I'm doing, I speak a lot. Let's make sure this is
Mhm.
there correct. There we go. That way they can actually see me talking. But yeah, that's what I've noticed with my voice is like I talk a lot inside of my businesses. I communicate a lot through my speaking business and everything that I do online. I do a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram and all over. So I've noticed that I've been speaking more than I used to when I was a younger kid. So I never really learned how to speak correctly. So now I often lose air and I get really raspy and I feel like I'm trying to force words out when I don't need to. So that's been a thing that I've been experiencing inside of my body that I've been working on with you.
Yeah, and he was worried that he might have something physical, something in his throat. He was worried about his health. And so I told him, I think this is just a matter of the way you're using your voice, but we can go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor and get you an exam on video. This is something
Yeah, we
that
did.
I recommend for you guys to do if you have the opportunity. It's not cheap, but if you have the possibility to do that, you can go there. They're gonna go and put a camera on your throat, and
Yeah,
then,
they can see everything down in there.
and it actually happened. I knew that was the case, which was that he's putting a lot of pressure when he uses his voice, but he doesn't really have any damage yet.
Yeah, I didn't have anything wrong, so that was good.
But the doctor could see the pressure that he was applying in his throat because he wasn't using his voice correctly and he wasn't using the support, and that was a reason why he had this discomfort in his throat, right?
Exactly.
So
Yep.
that's the reason why we've been working on these exercises. Let's get to work. I will start showing the exercises with Anton. If you have any questions, I might not be able to answer right now because we're doing this simultaneously on YouTube and on Facebook. Please let me know if you guys can hear me well because I'm using this microphone and I'm not sure if this is working out correctly or not. There might be some wind
Yeah, you
here.
just comment below and let us know if you can hear and see us.
If you can, before I start doing the exercises, which is for me the most important thing that I want you guys to get, because these are if you're a list. Yes. Okay, so I want to see your comments. If you let me know.
So there you
Here,
go.
there you are. So we have here. Thanks. You like my jeans? That's good. My rock and roll jeans. Okay, so guys, if you have any question, sound is fine. Awesome. Thank you,
Yep.
Luciano.
Nice.
So, the most important thing that I want you guys to get is the exercises. We're going to start showing you guys the exercises. At the end, we're going to have a Q&A. If you're a speaker, if you want to put your message out there, if you feel restrained in your expression, or even if you don't even want to use your voice to be on stage, this is something super important for us because our voice is our biggest tool for communication. So
Yep.
taking care of it, it's super important, and this is possible. Okay, it's a matter of just training ourselves to do the right exercises.
Yeah, when it comes to creating friends, business partners, significant others, we need to communicate. So we need to learn how to speak and be persuasive and influential. It's very important in anything that you do when building relationships. That's all we really have in the world. So it's super important that we learn these skills.
Sorry to point this out in front of the world here, but
It's all good.
He's using his voice like here. Yeah, as if you pay attention, he's like, this is really important, and he's holding his voice back. He's not letting his voice out completely. Did you feel that, Anton, right now?
Well, now that you pointed it out, yeah.
So he
So
was like,
coach me through this, coach.
this is super important, and he's holding his voice inside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna release this voice, and you're gonna see, guys, the difference after we finish this routine. When we're able to place the voice in the right place, it's gonna be a huge difference. So let's start with the first step. Is going to be the relaxation exercises, and the way this is going to work is we're going to relax all the muscles that are involved when we are speaking, and that have a really great influence in the larynx area. So if we have tension in our shoulders, in our back, in our throat, even on our chest, and here in the back of our scalp, that tension, it goes like electricity into the larynx. And the larynx is the place, the voice box, where we have our vocal folds. And in order for us to have a sound coming out of our mouths, we need our vocal folds to vibrate at a certain frequency. If there is tension, the vocal folds will not be able to vibrate. And that is the reason why we end up compensating, putting more effort to trying to get the voice out there, which is what Anton was just doing. He was putting effort trying to put his voice out there. Okay? So let's start by doing the relaxation exercises, and guys, do it very slowly. Follow what Anton is doing, okay? So first thing, it's going to be a circle with your head, very slowly. And you guys are going to start feeling if there is any tension in on your neck. So start and open your mouth. The reason why we want to open the mouth is because otherwise we end up sending two different messages for our muscles. We are asking them to relax, and at the same time we're keeping them tight because it's like it doesn't go. So that is the reason why we're opening the mouth. One little thing: you don't have to keep your head in a certain position. You just have to let your head go. Okay? Yes, that's better. Just let the weight of your head create the stretching. It has to be a natural stretching, not a super forced stuff. Yeah, this is the relaxation. Step number one. So, first thing is relaxing the neck all the way through. It's not a movement like this, it's deeper. Okay, I want you guys to do it, and in case you guys are watching the replay, you can practice this on a daily basis, and it's going to make a huge difference. Second exercise, you're going to drop your jaw towards your chest, and you're going to start moving it from side to side as if you were saying no. And then you're going to feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Start moving it. Guys, let me know if the sound, if everything is fine. If there is any problem with the transmission, please let me know. Now we're gonna do with your chin, you have to go to the side, and then you're gonna go and look to the side and stay there for 20 seconds. And this is stretching all these muscles. What we're doing is we're getting rid of all the tension that might be preventing you from having your vocal folds vibrate freely. Okay, so probably you might be feeling right now that there was tension, and please let me know if this is the case. You can let me know in the comments. All this tension is tension that is working against you freeing your voice. All to the other side, same thing. So if you don't know my story, I always tell my story in which I started when I had a vocal disorder, a vocal dysfunction, vocal paralysis when I was like 17, 18 years old. And they told me that I wouldn't be able to sing, and they kicked me out of the choir. I found out that I had a vocal dysfunction, a vocal disorder, because I didn't know how to use my voice correctly. Then the doctor found this while doing this same exam that we were talking about. In which I noticed the doctor told me that I had this vocal dysfunction, and he recommended that I had to go to vocal speech therapy. Okay, so then now the next exercise is you're gonna drop, and then you're gonna turn your ear to the roof a little bit. And the reason for this is the position. Yeah, that one. Because here you're gonna get the right exact muscle. Okay, sometimes we do that. It's not the right muscle. It has to be right there. Do you feel it, Anton? Down, and don't force it too much. This is not trying to put your head to push. It has to be super, super, super soft. Okay, so continuing with my story, I went to the speech therapist, and like, I'm not joking, it was like 3 months only doing relaxation exercises, and it was massage. She would massage me, and relaxation exercises, and mental exercises, bless you, visualizations, all types of exercises in order to release the tension. Because the tension is the number one thing that is going to be preventing your voice to go out there. Okay, other side, same thing. Yes. And while doing this, yes, try to not to create tension with your shoulders, because sometimes we do this and we end up like, I'm trying to relax my neck, but actually my shoulders are super tight. That doesn't work. Okay, so release it like this. Yeah, yes. So 20 seconds, yeah, and release your shoulders. Awesome. So now a circle with your shoulders, really, really massaging your back, your shoulders, and this has to feel good. And probably now, when you're doing these exercises, you're going to realize how tight you work. Okay, and if there is tightness in these muscles, there's no way that your voice is going to come out freely. Very good. Now the next one, it's just laying on your putting your chest on your knees so that you can stretch and relax your back and your waist. So going down, yes, relax, relax. And then you have to let your head down, let your head go, okay? Really, really relaxed. Guys, can you hear me okay? Just let me know if you can hear me okay. Very slowly. And look at this. Look at this. He tried to go up like super, super fast. And I hold him down. Why? Go back. Go, yeah, go, 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 go. And then you're going to keep your head down. And the last thing is going to be your head. And the reason why this works out so well is because when you end up doing this last part, that is where the real stretch feel just takes place. Do you agree? Do you feel the difference,
Yeah,
right?
it's good.
So what is the wrong way to do it? Oh, yes, I'm doing the exercise.
So go slow again.
Okay, so show them again. It's going down and going back. And these exercises, by the way, are exercises you can do even when you're stressed out at home and or maybe you spend so much time in front of the computer. This is going to help you. Now we're going to do a circle with your chin going to the front. And while we're doing this, we're doing a massage in the front part of your neck and in your vocal folds, okay? And make sure like this took a little work for Anton because I remember that at the beginning you were moving your shoulders, right? So this takes some coordination, completely normal, okay, at the beginning. Cool. So just tell me, and just you can shake off your hands also. You can even shake off your feet if you want to. So it feels good, right? So how do you feel?
Good. Nice and relaxed.
So do you feel any difference from before you did the exercises to now?
Well, I feel very relaxed.
Okay, so you feel that there was some tension before that you weren't recognizing, right?
Yep.
Okay, so last night I'm going to tell you something that is kind of like intimate, not intimate, but I said, okay, so how do you feel? Do you feel the difference in your body? And then he was kind of frustrated because sometimes we want to have a really fast result. And he said, oh, I think I'm doing it wrong. Something like, what did you say?
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
what
that.
I said.
I think I'm doing it wrong. So instead of him answering the question that I did, asking him about his body awareness, where were the sensations in his body, he was on his head and he was judging the process and saying that he was doing it wrong. So I just want to talk a little bit about this because this might be something that might be in the way many times, in which instead of us paying attention to the movement, paying attention to the sensations in our body, we end up just judging what we're doing and being in our heads, and that's really, really bad.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I was overthinking it a lot. And then I realized afterwards it was actually working really well. Like on the the vocal training that we're about to do here in a second, I noticed that it actually was working. But I was like, oh, I'm not feeling any different. You know.
Yeah, actually, because that's the thing. We are trying all the time to take the awareness to the body, to your sensation. So this is what I'm asking you to do right now. Just pay attention to your body. How does it feel? So second exercise, we're gonna do the articulators. This is an awesome exercise, super, super simple, super, super popular. However, many people have never seen this. And what I use for this exercise are these sticks. These are wood sticks that
You have a book.
we can use the iPad. There, I have Kindle books there in my books. So this thing, guys, is this text. The reason why I use this, it's because I think it's clean. It's cleaner than just using a pencil. But many people, the way I learned it many years ago, when there was, like, I didn't know about that. It was with a pencil or a pen. But I choose to do it with this. These wood sticks are craft sticks. You can get them at CVS, at the Dollar Tree. Super, super inexpensive. And the way this exercise is going to work is you guys are going to put this thing just behind the canine, and then you're going to read a page of a book with this stick between your lips, okay? And then you're going to read, moving your lips as much as you can, especially the upper lip.
Trying to find a book.
Okay, let's grab a book here. We have some music books here. So any book. Now we just grab something on the that we had on the iPad. You're gonna grab a stick, put it in between your teeth. If you don't have a stick, you can try with a spoon. However, as I said, it's not very hygienic. Hygienic?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna read a page of any book. Okay. There you are.
Having thus acknowledged what I owe those who have aided in approving, I turn to another class, a small one so far as I know, but not therefore to be overlooked. I mean the timorous or carving few who doubt the tendency of such books as the Jane Eyre, in whose eyes whatever is unusual is wrong, whose ears detect in each protest against bigotry.
Remember to move your upper lip a little bit more. And even if you guys, you can continue. Even if you
That
guys get
parent of
tired,
crime
you need to
and
move on
insult to
because
piety
it's a matter of
that
the
reject
resistance that you're going
of
to
God
create.
on
Okay.
earth, I would suggest that to such a doubter certain obvious distinction. I would remind them of certain simple truths.
Okay. So after reading the whole page, you're going to read a paragraph moving your mouth a lot.
Conventionality is not morality. Self righteousness is not religion. To attack the first is not to assail the last. To pluck the mask
Okay.
from the face.
Good. So do you feel a difference, Anton?
Yeah, definitely.
Guys, when you try this, you're gonna feel a difference right away. Okay, trust me. Grab a pencil, grab even a spoon, and try it right now, and you're gonna see the difference. How your mouth starts really moving easily, especially for those of you who need to use your voices a lot for work. This is great exercises. Let's do the breathing support. We're gonna start with the abdominal breathing, and the way we're gonna do this.
Favorite.
Hmm?
My favorite.
That's your favorite? Okay. So for those of you who don't know what is the abdominal breathing, you just put your hand in your chest and another hand in your belly and breathe in and make sure that you're not lifting up your chest. So breathe in. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And what is important is that you don't do this. As you can see, we're making sure that our chest is relaxed and we are not lifting up the chest because that would be the chest breathing and it's not the type of breathing that we want for speaking. So what we're trying to do is we're filling up our lungs with air and this feels like there is air going to our gut. There is no way that the air goes to our gut. It's just filling up the lungs. Okay. So let's do the breathing support. So the way the breathing support works is you're gonna breathe in and then you're gonna. So this is a little more complex of an explanation. It's a little longer. I will make sure that at some point I create another video to explain this in detail. But all of this stuff is very detailed inside all of my programs. Okay, just because we're actually invading Anton's Anton's session, I will not go to the whole explanation, but just trying to make it short, just a summary. The idea is that we're going to use our abdominal muscles without tension to support whatever air goes out. And you might be thinking, "Oh my God, but this is so much thinking into speaking. Why do I have to put all this effort? Why I'm restraining myself?" The reason why we're doing this is because we're trying to create a conditioning that is going to make it easier for our voices to go out. Okay, at the beginning you have to put a lot of thought and then you have to forget about everything and your voice is going to go up freely because you're using the right muscles. Okay, so let's do the continuous flow in which you're going to breathe in, hold it for 3 seconds, and then okay, so what he's doing right now is he's creating a continuous flow with a solid airflow. And the way to do this is by applying a soft pressure on your abdominal muscles on top that are supporting your diaphragm. The normal movement of the diaphragm is dying at the end. What we're doing now, yeah, perfect. That was really good. What we're doing now is we're creating more support with this muscle so that the diaphragm doesn't die at the end, doesn't go like. So what he's doing is he's creating a solid airflow that you can compare with, for example, a fish line. And then at the time when you start feeling that you're running out of air, it ends up with more pressure, okay, so that it doesn't die at the end. So let's do it one more time, breathe in. Don't lift up your chest. Making this, doing these exercises while sitting down is a little more challenging because many times we tend to lift up our chest. But the idea is that you keep your shoulders relaxed all the way through, okay? And finish with pressure. Good. At the end, make sure that you don't let it go so fast. You want to keep the resistance. And the reason for this is that we're strengthening the diaphragm. The stronger the diaphragm, the less effort that we're going to have to do when speaking or singing because it's going to be strong already. Okay? By you keeping this resistance at the end, we're keeping this obstacle to make the diaphragm always conditioned to use more pressure when you're speaking or singing. Because when we're speaking or singing, we need more pressure to have a more powerful voice. Okay? Let's do the S. So now it's the same thing, but with an S. So you're going to breathe in, hold it, and then just a very small amount of air. And the idea is that you guys are able to sustain a very, very small amount of air in a solid airflow. Of course, all of these exercises, I explain them, all of them on detail in my vocal sessions, in my vocal programs. Okay? So now I'm kind of running through them kind of fast. Okay? One more time, the same thing. And what I noticed right now is that you went way too deep when you finished. Try not to go so deep. First, because this is not necessary and it's going to create an extra effort in you. And second, because that weakens you. And that's not what we want. When we're speaking, we want that the ending of the phrase is strong. If you go at the end, necessarily you were kind of down. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your throat? Are you feeling your throat?
Yeah, I don't feel any tension.
Perfect. That's the most important thing, guys. This part here is a pipe. Okay, no tension at all. This has to be completely relaxed. One more time, so breathe in. So when you breathe in, never make any noise with when you're inhaling, okay? So super silent. Yes. S. Good. And try to make it more consistent. It doesn't have to. Yes, better. When we started, Anton's airflow was like, you know, when you have a faucet that has a very weak jet coming out, and it's like, you know, I've taken showers in showers like that. And it's really annoying, you know, when you don't have a very powerful jet coming out.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
It's super frustrating.
It's like here, there, over there.
It's super frustrating, right? So that's what happens when we don't have a solid airflow when we're speaking. That's the reason why we need to practice this, because this is going to give the airflow this consistency so that your voice has consistency as well. Okay? Now you got so much better at that. Did you notice?
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was like, because the muscle, the diaphragm was weak. So it's like when you're lifting up a weight at the gym, you're like, it's like trembling. It's like shaky, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's do the F. Okay, same thing, but we're going to do an F. And the reason why we're going to do an F, it's because it uses more air, and we're working on the muscles to have the capacity to use a lot of pressure with a very small amount of air, which is the optimum situation to have a very productive voice. A lot of air, a lot of pressure with a very small amount of air, and always no tension. Okay, that's kind of it might be kind of hard when I'm telling you guys, don't get stressed, don't get tired, but this is the goal, and these are the exercises that we need to work on in order to achieve that. So let's do the F. Breathe in. Okay, so you lifted up your chest a little bit. Did you notice? Okay, relax your chest. Yeah. F. Very slowly, and the type of pressure that we end up applying in our bellies, it's like if you were imagine a Pilates ball, and you're while everything else is super super relaxed. Less air, less air. Yes. And with time, you will end up noticing that the airflow is longer. Remember that at the beginning it was super, super short? So with time, we were able to stretch out that because he started using less air. Let's do one more. No, let's do the interrupted S. Okay, so you're going to breathe in and we're going to do it in 10. The interrupted S is an exercise to work on the coordination, because the idea is that every time we need to use our voices, we activate the breathing support, but we don't have to be tight all the time. So the way this is going to work is we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to do every time that we push this button is going to come out with an S without tightening up our throats. So if you start feeling like you're doing this, it's because your throat is really holding it back. This took Anton a while, right? We've been working on this for a couple of months, but this is super important, and this is what you need in order to release the pressure on your throat. Remember when we went to the doctor and she asked him to do he oh while she was looking inside him with the video, the camera, right? What happened is that because he didn't have this support here that was providing the right amount of pressure, all the pressure was being applied in the larynx as effort, as compensation. The body works by compensation. If you're not receiving an airflow with enough pressure, your throat and your larynx is going to push it through. It's going to try to make it happen anyhow. So if you were able to do this at the time, when we did the exam, that wouldn't have happened. She wouldn't have seen that pressure in your throat because it would have been coordinated here. Do you understand? Okay, so let's do it. So you're going to breathe in and relax more. Relax, yes. After, relax more. Yes, 100%. 100%. So do you see, guys, how he's kind of like stopping it and it's like going and it's not really relaxing? Every time that you don't relax your abdominals after something that you say, you're keeping yourself stuck and you're not able to apply the pressure right afterwards. So remember, every time you do it, you need to relax it completely and don't push it so hard inside. Make a smaller, like a subtle movement, not so deep. Okay, so it's good. Yes, now that's better. And the movement is just right beneath the belly button, below the belly button, without breathing in between the S's. There is a tendency to keep it stiff. Did you notice? Normal. But did you feel anything in your throat? Zero. This is great. This is great. Okay. We're going to do now two S's and the last one with more pressure. So breathe in. So the last one, it kind of died at the end. Let me fix this. The last one kind of died, and I wanted always to end up with pressure. So finish it with more pressure, which doesn't mean that you have to go too deep. Okay, imagine that your abdominals are doing this movement, going up. So breathe in. Okay, one more time. What I feel right now is that you went back to your throat. You didn't start it here. This has to be like a button. Every time that you press the button here, it goes out. Okay, so breathe in. Okay, the last one with more pressure, and we need to relax more first. One more time. With more pressure. That was better. What might happen is that you guys end up moving the abdominals and doing an S separately. It's completely separate. So the S is not the result of you applying the breathing support, but it starts from here. When there is no support from here, when the movement is really short, all the compensation happens, and that's when all the problems with your voice happen as well, and all the problems with functions and all other types of disorders. Okay, that was good. So, guys, this is the first part. We still have to go over a lot more in our session. We still have to go through the resonators. We can do that maybe tomorrow. We can meet up here around the same time. I'm going to let you guys know. And then we're going to do the last part of the session. And I will show you guys the resonators and all the other part of the class. Okay. Now I'm going to continue working with Anton a little bit more after talking to you. Do you have any questions? I can see there are some people who just jumped in. I have a couple of minutes to answer some questions, and then we have to keep on working on our stuff. But let me see who is here. I'm just going to say hello. Say hello to me, guys. Well, I see some people here that has jumped in. Oh, Luciano, Rational. Thank you so much. Let me see who else is here. Eduardo. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you so much. Samara. Hi, Samara. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, when you have any questions, just please let me know in the comment section below. I will be there here tomorrow. I will let you know exactly when. Just stay tuned. You can click here under in the comment section below and leave me a comment so that when I put the next time of the next session, you will know this and you're gonna get a notification. Please like my page, which is Lorna Vocals. Then you're gonna receive also some tips on vocal coaching, and you can get a detailed list of the exercises when going to the description here in my cover photo here in this environment on Facebook, and I will put it here in YouTube as well in the description so that you can download the detailed list of the exercises and the instructions. Okay. Anything else that you would like to add, Anton?
Good to go.
How do you feel now? How do you feel
A
now?
lot better.
Do you feel it in your throat?
A lot less.
Okay, so right now his voice is just. If you say something else, just tell us something about yourself.
I don't feel as much in my throat as I was before. I feel like I'm more down in my diaphragm area.
And now he's not doing it here. He's not like you're not doing it. So
Cool.
did you guys know it's a really fast transformation because we are just getting rid of the compensation as I always say. It's like if you have a company and you have to deliver a product on a deadline. There are always going to be people who don't do what they should be doing, right? And there is some people who will get the work done. Those are the compensators for those who don't work. So this is what happens when we don't have the right breathing support. We end up compensating with all these muscles here. What we're doing right now is to get these muscles to do their job so that we can free this part here and there is balance. And still we can deliver the results with a lot more efficiency. Right? So this is what happened. We just moved the energy here, which is the natural way of working in your body, and then the tension and the compensation here was released. Okay? Okay. Thank you guys for staying here.
Take care. Bye-bye,
Thank you,
Facebook.
Anton.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye.